Hey guys, for those who recognize that there's something at work behind the innate creative power of thought, something that exists beyond the world of visible phenomena, the idea of conscious creation can be fascinating. Today, I'm going to answer the question that's most often asked of me, aside from, is it true that you did 8 porn videos? And that question is, what is a spell? More on that when we get back right after this. And we are back, so I'm going to go ahead and queue up the comments real quickly. Good morning, Deborah. I'm going to start off first of all by welcoming you guys to week 3 of a year of Thinking Magically. And if you're tuning in for the first time, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, Ed, nice to see you as well. We're going to give folks a couple more minutes to get logged in because if your Monday is going anywhere like mine got started, Aaron, good morning. It was 12:15 before I knew it. So while we're giving folks a chance to log in, if you guys don't mind, go ahead and type in the comments where you're tuning in from so that folks that might be watching for the very first time get a sense of the community and sort of the wide swath of both places around the country and around the world that people are tuning in from. So we had a great night last night. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. This week is a part of the program that I'm really excited about digging into, and we're going to really kind of build a foundation first, because what we're talking about is really going to play a role going forward in everything that we go through. So in the simplest of terms, a magic spell is a formula for working with the energy around a person or a situation, an idea, or an object. And that spell can be spoken, it can be sung, it can be chanted or written. Spells might involve ritual ceremony like lighting candles or ringing of bells or burning incense. It might include creating naturally. So we always know that we are right on time when some emergency service goes by. The mailman will probably come in a couple minutes. I'm telling you, this is the metaphysical version of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Um, but spells could include charms, they could include curios and symbols, things like that. But at the end of the day, spellcrafting involves a mastery of science and the art of conscious creation. Something that the occultist Aleister Crowley, a 20th century writer, would say was causing change to occur in conformity with our will. Now, I think one of the easiest ways to begin understanding how our words, that is what spells actually are, how using our words and using our thoughts, our intentionality, is to see that as though you're peeling away layers of an onion, imagining, if you will, that on each layer there's something waiting to be discovered, to be discovered, something that's inscribed deep inside the onion itself. So we peel away layer after layer, and that discovery process is a process of becoming. So what we're going to do this week is, rather than sharing another book with you guys to read, and I have a number of those that would be really good, I want to kind of take a little bit different direction. And so the core of this teaching for this week, the core of the material we're going to work with this week, is going to take the format of probably about a 45-minute class on Wednesday that I'll broadcast live, but you guys will be able to watch it at your leisure on what we call spiritual mind treatment and conscious creation. So this is going to be Wednesday at 10 o'clock Eastern time, And tomorrow we're going to talk about some of the preliminary ideas upon which Wednesday's material is going to be built. So don't think for any second that today and tomorrow is any less important, because we have a little bit more of our the baggage that we bring with us to the course to get rid of tomorrow. So here's what we're going to do. Tomorrow we're going to talk about some of the preliminary ideas, and I'm going to share some materials that I think will be helpful and supportive. I might even get a PDF done if time permits, that you can have handy with you on Wednesday. But I think this is going to open the door to some interesting insights, some great conversation into the conscious use of words and music and little daily rituals and imagery to begin crafting the reality that you desire. So if you get a little bit put off by the word spell, or you're nervous, or your religious upbringing stands in the way, just understand this as using our words and our thoughts, our intentionality to consciously craft the reality that we want. So if you're ready to dig in sometime today to this next week, then go ahead and type "show me the magic" in the comments. And speaking of magic, we had a wonderful and amazing bi-weekly wrap-up session last night. 8 or 9 of the community members jumped in to talk about their takeaways, to talk about some of the challenges and experiences that they had during the first 2 weeks of this course. And it was really just a wonderful chance to really begin to hear you guys' voices instead of always mine. And I posted the replay for that here in the group. So if you would like to watch that replay, it'll be up and it'll remain up. And we're going to try and do our next program. Instead of doing it late on the Sunday night, when I realized some folks had to get up for work early this morning, then I think we're going to try the next one in 2 weeks, maybe late on a Sunday afternoon, and see if more folks can tune in. But I just want to thank everybody who took time to be with us for this first one last night, because it really was special for me, and I hope it was for you guys as well. And so finally, let's get to our prompt for the day. And our prompt is to consider whether what I'm about to say is true in our lives up until now. And know that I'm not asking you to comment on whether it's true in your life. I'm not asking you to publicly out yourself if it's true. This is really just about something for us to consider, every single one of us, myself included. So would it be fair for me to say that if someone else talked to us the way that we talk to ourselves, we'd smack the shit out of them? I know for me personally, there are more times than I'd like to admit when that's the case. So again, just ask yourself, is it fair to say that if someone else talked to me the way that I talk to myself, I would smack the living shit out of them? So let's take time today. Let's turn our awareness on Mondays. We like to do the major mind shift for the week. And so our mind shift this week is going to be to turn our awareness to those moments when we might not be speaking to ourselves with the respect that we know we deserve. And that's all I got for you this morning. It might seem like it's little, but when you start to dig in there, I think you're going to find that this week is going to be pretty hearty. Let's make this third week the very best week that we can possibly make it. And remember that when we return to the present moment, like we say at the end of every one of these broadcasts, we bring our awareness to this moment. We begin to dwell in that place where our personal power has always been, waiting for us. Just sitting there and waiting for the moment that we return to reclaim it. And so we do that right now. We fill this present moment with gratitude for what we've got and for what the new week holds ahead of us. And through it all, we remember the most important thing. And that, my friends, is that the best is yet to come. I'll talk to you soon. Love and appreciate every one of you. Have a fantastic week.